live. I do apologize.
You SOB.
Tacos!
What,
no one's going to say anything.
What is going on? It is Saturday night. We are here. We are live. We just had a great AEW collision. We're right on the road to World's End here.
Yes, we are.
How are we feeling? How are we feeling after Collision, guys? Come on.
That was a really good episode, actually. Like, I think
so.
Every match from the Continental Classic was like outrageous. But that first match was insane.
It was outrageous.
It was very good.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that, Poopa? Outrageous.
I'm going to make sure my headsets are in. Can I be heard? Yeah, I could hear that. Dan the man. Yes, sir. Because you wanted to hear me yell. You was asking about where does this yelling mentality come from? But yes, I did hear that. Yes. I'm
great.
We got good. I just want to say real quick. I mean, because this is your guys' show. I'm not trying to take over, but I just want to highlight good Chris in the chat. He said, I like Julia Hart and Sky Blue as a team. So it was important to highlight that.
It was. And Chris, we know that your love for Julia Hart and Sky Blue runs deep. We appreciate that. I'm feeling this team right now. I'm feeling the new edge that they have. I'm excited for it. And it's going to be really interesting. But tonight was a showcase of Thunder Rosa and Abadon, which I did not even know Abadon has had that many matches in AEW. It was like, what is she, like 43-4 or something, like 45-4? It was crazy. She's only lost 4 matches in AEW.
That's goated.
Can somebody explain this to me? Because I did not even know Abadon was there for the last 2 years.
She was there.
Where was she?
Racking up wins, clearly.
Not on Dynamite.
Rampage, maybe? Maybe it was Rampage matches.
Really? Rampage? I think it was Dark, because I don't watch that.
Well, Dark
show anymore.
Yeah, I was going to say Dark is no longer a thing. So if she's racking up wins there, that's impressive.
Yes. It must have been against a local talent, because I didn't know anything about anything what's going on with Abadon. And I think Abadon is a very interesting character. So I'm very confused as to why Abadon has not been featured. I told you, I did not know she had that many matches.
Well, I can tell you why she hasn't been featured so much. What holiday are we entering at the moment?
The good Lord's holiday, Christmas.
Yeah, it's not Halloween anymore. That's why. And it's a shame, because I do agree.
Nightmare Before Christmas, my friend.
Jack Skellington. He is a variant of me. I know this for a fact. Jack Skellington, me and him go way back. We jumped Abraham Lincoln, or we call him Mecca Abraham Lincoln. It's a variant battle. I don't want to go too deep into this. I don't want to go so deep into this, but Abadon is a interesting character. I do agree with what you're saying. It's a shame that she hasn't been featured as much, because I think that she is somebody. She has a unique look, right? She has the face paint. She's just. I remember the first time I saw her. She faced oh God, I'm blanking on her name. She was part of Jericho Appreciation Club. I'm sorry, I'm just blanking. Anna Jay. The first time I ever saw her, and I remember immediately I said, "Is she really a zombie?" I was fearing for my life, because she played the role very well, and then since I haven't seen her, so it's a shame that we haven't. It's interesting now because she's a babyface now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I've
known a zombie to be a babyface. So shout out to her for making that transition. Because
hold on. What about that movie? Warm
Mhm.
Bodies. He was a babyface and he was a
Who?
zombie.
Who?
Warm Bodies? You never seen
Is
Warm
that
Bodies?
is that the one with Megan Fox or something like that?
No.
Oh, not Jennifer's Body. I'm sorry,
Not
I don't know
Jennifer's
any.
Body.
The guy that is in that movie is the one that plays Beast in X-Men, the new gen.
Yep.
See, she spoke my language because
They
I
know
know
what
Marvel talk. Because I knew none of this. But carry on, please.
Nicholas Hoult.
Yes.
Oh, thank God. I thought you was going to say Nicolas Cage. I was getting ready to leave.
And Teresa Palmer was in that. Let me tell you, Teresa Palmer. Let me tell you, if anyone knows Teresa Palmer, hook it up, guys. Hook it up. I'm just saying.
Not this.
I'm just saying. Don't give me that, not this. Don't give me that poppycock right now. We are out here. We are on AEW Collision Review. We're just having a grand old time. And you know what? Let's jump right in on the action.
Let's do it.
All right. So we had our opener. It was Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, against Claudio Castagnoli. And this match slapped, man. It definitely hit it. Do it again. It slapped so hard that I felt.
I'm not gonna lie, that hurt. I'm not gonna do that again.
Why don't you hit yourself like that?
I'm in pain right now.
Yeah, well, I don't see blood, so obviously not that much pain.
Well, you can't see the floor. You want to see the floor?
Let's see the floor.
No, I can't.
Jeez.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm ashamed of that. But carry on.
Hey,
no, it was so good. It really was such a good match. Like when he did the reversal, when he was doing the running knee into the swing in the corner, I lost it. I'm sorry,
Fantastic.
I did. I really did. I need to see the wrestle again. Honestly, do it next week. I don't care for no reason, just cause.
Every week.
Yeah, just every week, just wrestle.
Every week. If we don't have a BCC match every week, what are we doing?
BCC, something about that makes me laugh. Yeah, no, honestly, I agree.
No, I said BCC.
I said BCC.
I said BCC.
It makes me laugh. I'm sorry.
Why is that funny? What are you thinking?
Wrong show
Shay?
For that. This is the wrong show for that.
No. What you're thinking has a couple different.
So Bryan Danielson. Throw me off.
Jeez. Come on now.
I've thrown up. Bryan Danielson ended up winning.
He did not.
No, wait. I'm sorry. You have me so thrown off right now. So you asked me that question.
Oh my goodness. Oh, she's talking about some BCCs over here.
Shut up. Okay, so it was a time limit draw. 1 point to each person. What do you think about that? Are you happy about how it ended, or were you like wanting a winner?
I want a winner. I mean, AEW is the only company right now that I really see that is continuing to do these time limit draws. And I understand it because it makes, you don't really dilute anybody. No one looks weak in the loss. So, and Danielson has really destroyed this tournament. And for him to not, he did advance. No? Yeah, he did advance. So yes, he did advance. But Claudio really couldn't afford to take another loss. And I mean, Claudio really is a great talent, and it's a shame that he's not in any title picture right now. But what's going on, Charmaine? Christian does not. What are we doing? What are we doing? What is this? What is this? We are not there yet, Charmaine. We are not there.
I agree.
And Sky Blue and Julia Hart of the future in 2014.
Oh, 2014. Oh, okay.
2014.
Wow, I just saw that. Yeah,
2014. That's it right there.
And my time traveling baddies. Wow. I love it.
Wow. 2014. I was 15.
I don't even reveal how old I was. Not 15. But carry on.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look at this! Ding dong! You wrong, man. Thank you so much, Charmaine. I really.
That's Lily Charmaine's thing. She'll tell you you're wrong.
Can I ask you both a question? So
Sure.
maybe I'm overanalyzing, but I was just kind of seeing Claudio's reaction to losing. He seemed very disappointed, and it seemed like he was thinking a lot after the match. Do you think that there's like something to come from that, or was it just like a one-time, well, he's a little disappointed type thing?
I mean, I think in the competition of things, you get upset, right? Like you can go against your best friend or anything kind of thing. And when you lose, you're like, man, I really wanted to win, but you know what? Good game, bro. Like, I don't think it's going to be anything where he's going to turn on Bryan Danielson, habits, and yeah, why not? Right here on Saturday night on the Collision Review show. But it's not going to be anything where Claudio sit here and he hugs Bryan Danielson and then he pulls his eye out of his socket. No, that's not going to happen. We're not going to get one of those things. Or he throws him through some glass in the barbershop. Although I think
real glass.
That was funny. I'm not gonna hold you. I laughed. I'm trying not to talk so much because the UPR production thing has this thing where they want to give you chipmunk voices. So I'm not talking so much. So
you should talk because you are fantastic in a chipmunk voice.
It's true.
Oh, you really are. And your beard amplifies the chipmunkness.
I've heard it.
Shay agrees. It must be true.
Yep.
Damn, they're good. Okay. So yes, absolutely. But no, I don't think it's gonna come out of anything. Like they're not gonna turn on each other. It's not gonna be anything. I just think it's in the competition of the sport. And that's something that I feel like when Regal was with them at the time last year, that was kind of placed in them. So no, I don't think it's gonna be anything. But go ahead, Dan Man, please.
I just don't see the point and the purpose of the Blackpool Combat Club anymore.
Oh,
I don't. Well, none of the BCC.
No, what is it called? The Bloodpool Combat Club.
The Blackpool Combat Club.
No, it's Blood.
Since when?
Since John Moxley.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, they should be at least the Blood, but they're not, and it makes no sense because not a single one of them is from Blackpool, England. And ever since the whole William Regal thing, he's gone. Why are they continuing on with this name? They should have figured out something different for it. It makes no sense. And to be completely honest with you, they're kind of irrelevant at this point as a unit. I mean, their whole it just doesn't. I'm not saying that as a negative. They're just not. They're nothing as a team anymore. It doesn't make any sense. There's no reason for them to be a team. They're not holding any gold. That's gone. It's done. It's better to go your separate ways at this point and figure out what's next.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I can't find a negative in that.
And I mean, can we not say, as you said, Shay, Danielson and Claudio, it slapped. It was a great match, and if they have a feud now, that would be pretty good. I could see that, and this could be the dysfunction continuing on, and maybe going to Revolution, to where we're having that blow off steam match, and we're officially seeing the breakup of the Blackpool Combat Club.
I do think that in 2024 that they will no longer be a thing because I do see the point that you're saying that they don't no longer need to be a team, especially with Bryan Danielson. I believe in 2024 he's no longer going to be a full-time performer, right? So you got that, you got Moxley, you got Claudio. Is there another member? We have it's Yuta, and he's hurt, right? It's
Yuta. So I believe that they are no longer going. This 2024 is Bryan Danielson's last full-time year.
Right. But I just want to say real quick, I thought this match was great, and I felt like anything after, they had a hard time competing with this match. This match was just so damn good, and it gave me, if I can sit here and say, if this match was on NXT and one of those like takeover shows and they opened, I would have said, good luck trying to follow that one.
Absolutely.
And also too, you would have had a winner. And I know why they didn't have a winner here, to protect Claudio and also to advance one Bryan Danielson. So cool stuff. Cool stuff. I thought it was a great open.
Well, anyways, they both shook hands and hugged, so that was that. Your next match of the night was Top Flight and Action Andretti against the Acclaimed. Now, let me tell you, this didn't do it for me. This wasn't it. And I like the Acclaim, but the Acclaim just isn't what it was earlier this year.
Sure.
I feel they're in obscurity right now. The trios titles mean almost nothing at this point, and the Acclaim should have been the ones to elevate that, just like the House of Black elevated the trios titles. I'm not seeing any elevation anymore, and maybe that's on Tony Khan and the booking at this point for not really putting them in a better position. But the trios titles seem obscure. What is the purpose of the trios titles at this point? Because they're putting together random ragtag teams that don't make any sense at all. And you have so much talent in the back that's literally sitting in catering. What are they doing? We need better.
The problem with AEW is they have a lot of talent, and I remember just I feel like I just said this yesterday. Like, they got to find a balance, and they have not found that balance. So you talk about the Acclaim, and I agree with what you're saying. Like, I was never a big fan of the Acclaim. I'm not going to sit here and act like I was, but when the fans were getting behind it, I started to say, okay, I could kind of see the appeal, but it just wasn't for me. This match, I think I did a few things that didn't have me watching the match because I just wasn't into it. And I don't know what they can do to get better or grab up my momentum. I don't know when they started to lose the momentum, because there was a time where a lot of people were behind them and just really saying the Acclaim, the Acclaim, the Acclaim. And tonight I watched, I saw these the Acclaim, and I saw Billy Gunn, because I don't say daddy ass. That's not my speed. But these guys that
you don't like some daddy ass?
No, I'm not a big fan of daddy ass. No, I'm not. Like, if I had someone at my job, he said, "Hey, daddy ass," and I said, "No."
What about mommy ass?
We're here to talk about wrestling, Dan.
Okay.
I think I spent most of the match, honestly, like, I kind of agree. Like, the match just wasn't really gripping me. And I mean, it had some cute moments, like, for sure. There were some spots that I definitely was like, oh. But for, like, all around, definitely wasn't that intrigued. I think the most that I was intrigued by was how great shape that Billy Gunn was in. I was just like, my God.
Well, yeah, isn't my man like 60 years old? Like,
no, he's not.
No,
he's not 60. I thought he was 60. I'm not even trying to be funny.
No.
How old is Billy Gunn? Let's see.
My God.
But I mean, regardless, nonetheless, he's an older man, and he's in better shape than a lot of people in their 20s and 30s. So that's why I said I thought he was 60. I swear I thought he was 60. I wasn't even trying to be funny.
Can you math me here? Because November 1st, 1960.
How old is Billy Gunn?
Billy Gunn is 60 years old.
Yeah, 60 years old. Thank you, Alexa. Yeah.
Whatever. It's a compliment that we thought he was younger.
Absolutely.
So.
No, but I told it. I said it. Shout out to me, Alexa. High five. Yes, I do. Alexa, high five.
One thing I do really want to touch on was Max Caster usually has cut these fire promos when he comes out, and they're the one things that we usually like to listen to and hear. The crowd was completely dead for his opening promo, like dead. And I mean, I don't know what it is. Maybe he's touching on some interesting, maybe controversial issues, and it's not necessarily resonating with certain crowds. For an example, with Texas, he made some comments about, the governor and X, Y, and Z, and it got dead. It just got dead. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it's best to not continue on controversial topics and just focus on what's in the ring.
Yeah,
maybe
agree.
Pop culture.
I agree. I think politics is a really, it's a dangerous slope when you touch into that, because you don't want to. I didn't even peep that. I think that's a great eye on your end, picking that up. I just feel like the Acclaim hasn't been hot in a while. I can't say when, but they just haven't been hot in a while, and
No,
it just this match just felt like let's just put them on. This was their and the announcers pointed out this was their first match since they got attacked by the devil and their goons, or I like to say Roger Clarks and his friends, because this was ridiculous. I don't know. It just this match didn't do anything for me. Yeah.
Do you think like if he kept it more with like wrestling, like more like zingers, like for things that are going on within AEW, that would be kind of better than the political stuff? Because I will say, like when he was doing the whole rap thing, he was saying a lot of stuff, and I was just kind of like, okay, I don't know this name. I don't know this name. I don't watch any sports, so if he was saying something else sport, I don't know. But when he said the thing about the break a leg, I was like, oh. That kind of made me jump a little bit. I was like, "Oh, I like that."
I'm glad that you pointed that out. No, that was damn good. That was damn good. That part was good, but everything else, where, like you said, political, and I'm with you with the sports stuff. My favorite team is the New York Mets for baseball. We don't win. So that's
you know what the Mets stands for, right?
Huh?
You know what Mets stands for, right? METS.
What does it mean, Dan?
My entire team sucks.
Did you come up with that, or is that like a thing? It's like a running.
Oh, it's a thing. It's a thing.
No, I'm not going to hold you. I thought your co-host Vinny wrote that for you. I was going to sit here and say, Vinny, you are banned from Collision.
Let me be frank.
That's fantastic.
Oh man, Poop, I'm feeling commercial break here.
Oh, this is me. This is my part. I was looking around. I was like, who the hell is Pooba? Do we have commercials? Right. This is fantastic. We have one. Okay. All right. We're going to play this commercial and come back and talk about AEW Collision. So,
Touchstone Pictures presents the enchanting story of two very special dreamers and the holiday spirit that brought them together.
What's this? What's this? There's color everywhere. What's this? There's white things in the air. What's this? I can't believe my eyes. I must be dreaming. Wake up, Jack. This isn't fair. What is this? I am the Pumpkin King.
the Pumpkin King.
It cannot be Halloween or Christmas without A Night Before Christmas. A nightmare. A nightmare.
I have a bunch of nightmares. I had one nightmare where I was watching TV and I kept seeing Bill Goldberg on my TV. And I said, oh my goodness.
I had a nightmare that I was in a chat room, in a video room.
No, that's real life. That's real life, Dan.
Talking about the Mets.
That's real life, Dan. That's real life.
Jeez, no.
That sounds very specific.
Yeah, I feel I want to say I feel attacked, but I have put on my mosquito spray, so I don't feel nothing. But let's keep going on. This is your guys' show. I'm just here because I left the door open.
I appreciate that, but the Acclaimed did defeat Top Flight in Action Andretti to retain the trios titles. Oh boy, I wonder what's next for them. We have a message from Hook here. Hook accepts the challenge for the FTW championship from Wheeler Yuta.
That's what. That's what. Because I was gonna say, who was he challenging? I just saw him sitting on steps, and I was like, he said, "Yeah, I accept." I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Yes.
But that's only because I missed a bunch of stuff. So okay, that makes sense.
I think.
Did you know that story?
Which story?
I thought you said story. You said Sawyer.
Sawyer. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes, I did. He's so ominous. I like Wheeler, so whatever. I want Wheeler to win, and that's what I said. I'm sticking to it.
She's sticking to it.
Let me ask you guys this: Hook. Is it just me, or is Hook literally the most uninteresting promo in AEW?
I think he's just one of those people that has such a he has aura. He definitely has presence. He has a look. I think he's one of those people that would benefit from having a manager talk for him and him just being quiet.
Like Taz?
So stoic, and it could be so intimidating with him not even speaking. I like that.
Right. So this is exactly why your father is a legend. Your father could give you a huge rub. Why is his father not his mouthpiece right now?
You gotta ask the big man.
This
I
just
don't
seems
know.
like such a missed opportunity to have Hook as a phenomenal heel.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know, Tony. What is going on, Tony? I love your company. I love what you're doing, but I just a tweak here and there. Oh, just a little tweak. Anyways.
Maybe he's listening. Maybe something will change. I think that would be a great addition
I
for
wish
him.
he was. I wish he was. But Jeff, yes, we love Vincent. We love him. He's here in spirit tonight. I have to take over for Vince tonight for having some outlandish, ridiculous takes. It's sitting in his lap. It's sitting in his lap. It's right there. It is. I agree. But and then you know what was really crazy? The following match, we had a Keith Lee sighting. We had a Keith Lee sighting.
Where? Oh, I'm sorry. I was being dramatic.
Mm-hmm. You are.
I was the top of my class.
I'm still in shock. Keith Lee no longer looks like he came out of Magic the Gathering.
Now, why are you coming from?
Huh?
Why are you coming from Magic? What's wrong with Magic?
What do you mean? What's wrong with Magic?
What's wrong with Magic the Gathering?
Because I think the majority of us have seen a woman naked.
Listen, I have a deck, so I'm taking this personal. What is wrong with Magic the Gathering?
I'm coming for you. Okay, I'm coming for you, Shay. You play Magic.
I do. I haven't played in a little bit. It's been a while, so please, I will get demolished.
No, come on, tell me about it right now. Tell me about it right now.
We're talking about Hook and what he needs.
No, we're talking about you, and we're talking about Magic because we're gonna incorporate Magic the Gathering and Keith Lee right now. Okay, that man was looking like one of the wizards out of Magic the Gathering. Okay, and you know I'm damn right on this. Okay. Coming out with his crazy little cloaks, looking all gray and everything. I'm like, bro, what happened to Buddy? He looked like he just got out of the biggest Magic the Gathering war ever. Dude looked like Warhammer 3000 hit him.
I'm assuming that you understand those references, Soy, because I know nothing of this game.
It's.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, but Keith, oh my God, I'm so happy. Finally, let's get this going, get this train back on the tracks where it needs to be. I was so scared. I didn't like the whole thing with Samoa Joe. That was still festering in my spirit. So this was very it was a great difference for me.
She holds grudges. Yeah,
I do.
I would hold the grudge too. And let me tell you this, I'm really happy for Keith Lee. He's looking great right now. He's getting the push that he deserves and needs right now. I was very concerned about him before. I don't feel concerned anymore. They're finally picking back up on this Swerve feud, which where have you been for the past year?
Thank you.
I don't know. I don't know. Guys.
So here's the thing. He gets this win over Brian Cage. Cool. He's picking up on this thing. I feel like it's just, you said it's been a year, and I'm all for long storytelling and all that stuff. I'm really for that. But at this point, I'm sitting there saying this guy is in the Continental Classic, and he comes out with a center block, and he says, "It's time I go into someone's home." And I'm like, bro, it's been like a whole year now. You want to pick up the feud? Leave me alone.
Tell him, homie.
What are we doing here? It's great to see Keith Lee. I think Keith Lee is great. I truly do. But I just feel like it's been so much time where now it's like I don't care to see that feud. I personally don't want to see that. No. I don't like now I want to pick beef with you because you're doing good. Come on. Once again, Auntie Mary J. Blige taught us about not being a hater, and hateration. Thank you, Jeffrey, because he understands. He knows about Auntie Mary J. Blige with the platinum wig, who said no hateration, and I won't do the noise, but you know he did say that in 2001.
No.
Thank you to the fan of the year. Thank you to the fan of the year.
I'm
not gonna hold you, Jeffrey. I didn't vote for you, but we had to. If it was up to me, it would be H-Man, but we're gonna give it to you anyway, Jeffrey Reimer. I don't even think you're a good drummer. I know I think is a better drummer than you. The guy who wore the green sweater and Alvin and the Chipmunks. That's right, Theodore.
That's so nice. I just feel like
listen.
if someone beat me up with a cinder block, I would want my revenge whenever. This is why I supported every time that Dean Ambrose attacked Seth Rollins because he deserved it every time. If you attack him with a cinder block, you deserve to be. I will fight you until I'm in the homes.
No. Well, she would. That's absolutely true. I feel like we had an agreement where she's going to fight me to whenever. But the point is, at the end of the day, you can't hold grudges for the rest of your life. You can't do that. I'm not a fan of that. I don't hold grudges. So I'm sitting there thinking, like, you have to move on. Let's go on. That's right. That's the right thing in life. Why are you staring at the camera like that?
Why would you lie like that? You don't hold grudges. You literally retweet the Bret Hart page every day when they ask if he has forgiven Goldberg. You do this every day.
You have no proof of that.
It's on your Twitter.
I'm about to deactivate that Twitter, so you will find me officially on Instagram, BadGuy Jack. That's the only place you can find me, and right here on a popular review. Yeah, Twitter is no longer. It's not even Twitter anymore. It's called XX. Get with it. X gonna give it to you.
Give it to him. Give it to him. But you know, I want to say something about Brian Cage. This guy was such a menacing figure in Impact TNA, whatever you want to call it at the time.
True. That's true.
And he was world title type of contender guy. And now this guy is relegated to Ring of Honor. And there's nothing wrong with Ring of Honor, but I just don't think it's necessary to have Brian Cage lose to Keith Lee. I just don't. I don't see that. I think you have so many other opportunities with your Gates of Agony. I believe that's what they're called. The trios team that he's with, the other trios title. I think you could feed one of those guys or even both those guys to Keith Lee. Brian Cage should be like the guy that you have to defeat to get to the final boss, if not the final boss. I just feel that Brian Cage is still getting a raw deal, even though he's finally getting his TV time. It's just, I want better for the guy.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that because I was just talking to EC about that before Showtime and everything like that. And I was mentioning, like, hey, this guy was, and I wasn't watching Impact TNA at that time, but I knew that he was the champion and he was holding his own. And I don't know what the booking looked like or anything like that, but he was the world champion. So I assumed that he was beating everyone. He was handing everyone, he was handing their butts to them and all that stuff. But now, I don't even think and this is just coming from me who watch AEW but don't watch it religiously. Has he ever won an AEW?
When you say won what?
I mean, like the ref grabbed his hand and raised it and said, "Hey, Bryan Cage, you did it." That's what I mean. Did he win? Like me, how I won at the award show. Barely. There's too many titles in that company I can count. That's true.
Yes.
Like Ring of Honor, they just added a women's. I don't want to go too deep into it because it's a collision show, but they do have a lot of titles, and I think they would benefit by cutting some titles personally. Because I'm just not a lot of titles.
They're not going to cut any titles right now. They're not. They're not going to cut any titles. They're only, I think, adding more with Ring of Honor, and the problem is Ring of Honor is going to get, because Ring of Honor is kind of intermingled with AEW. We're seeing too many titles. There's really not that many in AEW. It's just Ring of Honor doesn't have that home yet, and the commingling of things is the real issue. But neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. We're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to the Renee Young segment with Tony Storm. And let me tell you, I am loving timeless Toni Storm. She is a breath of fresh air for that women's division. She's a breath of fresh air for a different gimmick. It is very interesting. I laugh when I see it. Her chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe thing. I mean, come on. Bravo. And let me tell you, Mariah Mills, Mariah May, Mariah Mills is a porn star, isn't it?
I was gonna say I didn't know her.
Yeah, whatever. Mariah May. She is chef's kiss, bro. And I'm waiting. I'm excited. I think they got a good thing going on here with Luther, Mariah May, and Timeless Toni Storm. I'm excited for this.
I'm sorry. I was laughing because Charmaine just don't like anything. I'm not highlighting anything with her because she said she's not a fan of Toni Storm, but I do agree. Toni Storm, and I do want to credit our co-host here, Shay Sawyer. She done quite a few shows and whatnot, but you was mentioning how good she is, but never really had that character, right? But Correct. She really found it so well with doing this timeless stuff where credit someone like hearing you say like, oh, I love this timeless Toni Storm. And you know how wrestling fans are where after 2 weeks, they're like, yeah, I'm bored with this. And for her to be able to carry it for, I don't know how long she's been doing it, but more than 2 weeks, it's a credit to her and the entourage that she has, where you said Maya Mays, not Maya Mills. I don't know who the hell that is. And Luther, who was with AEW, I feel like day one, he was tag teaming. No one really paid attention to that. And now he's been killing it as the Butler. So shout out to that entourage. And what Jeffrey's saying in the chat, he said, she is not a Goldust ripoff, Vincent. Yeah, I didn't understand what Vincent. I mean, shout out to Vincent. I know he'll be back here and you guys will work with him. But yeah, I didn't understand what Vincent was coming from with that. But shout out to him.
Yeah, she's fantastic. I love her. And I'm just glad that she's getting that recognition like fully like right now. Like that's like the best thing I could ask for. And she's, as you said, Dan, she's a breath of fresh air for that division, and that's what they need. So that's why I would like for her to keep that title for a while, because I felt like before it was just kind of going between too many people, and it was like it was devaluing it for me. I feel like when title jump from hand to hand so quickly, it kind of devalues it. So just leave it with her for a little bit, let her build the division back up because it needs it. And I'm excited for when Mariah finally wrestles. Like I just got into her stuff when I got into Stardom this year, and just seeing how good she is. Like I can't wait to see her when she does that powerbomb off the apron. Like I love that. That's one of my favorite signature moves from her. So I'm just really excited to see where this goes as well. It's a very cool angle right now. What is up with the whole obsessive side like person to the main person? I feel like there's been a lot of that going on lately, but I love that storyline. So keep doing it. It's fine.
Well, she's the fan. She's the crazy obsessed fan to the star. Fantastic work. Chin up, tits out. Let's go. Next segment. Now, let me tell you, this next one, this is Charmaine's absolute favorite right here. Christian Cage and Nick Wayne with Stifler's mom.
Shayna, it's not Stacy's mom?
It's Stacy's Shayna's mom.
Yeah, mom.
She's not my mom.
Oh, okay. I was baffled. I didn't know what was going on here. I was like,
somebody's mom.
One joke. Come on.
Mom.
Let's get it together, guys. Let's be professionals.
This segment was so good. I'm sorry. Like, okay, the stuff with Shayna, yes. She's not like a trained professional, so I wasn't expecting a 5-star promo from her. I really was not. She did the best she could, and she was right. I don't understand how you think you're gonna concerto my son in front of me and we're buddies. No matter what I am going through with my son, you cannot concerto him in front of me and think that we're going to be cool. No, absolutely not. So I don't know why he thought that would be the case.
Of course. But explain to me why they put Shayna Wayne out there to cut a promo. I just don't see the need. There's no need for it. There's no need because the real star.
There is a need, though. There is a need. Now, I agree. I agree. She's not a 5-star. I don't expect her to sit here and give me a Titanic performance or anything like that, right? But I sit here and go, it's her way of explaining, saying like, hey, yeah, I attacked this dude. I know that my son is a little doo-doo, but that's my son. I'm going to love this guy to the end of my last breath, to the end of the world. And I thought that it was a good job that she went out there and did it. Would I've had it on Collision? Probably not. I would have had it on Dynamite personally. But I thought that her doing it, I just thought it was I'm not against it. I'm not going to sit here and say like, man, I really want this on my TV, but I'm not going to sit here and hold you and be like, yeah, that shouldn't have been the thing. That's right.
I think maybe if Christian was just talking throughout and maybe asked her, hey, what do you think about this? Or like, you know, like had her, instead of like having her have a full timed out, I feel like that might have been a little bit better.
Maybe you could have cut some of the time. I missed a lot of it. So maybe that's what
some.
So she held it long. She was up there for a long period of time.
Bro, she was out there cutting it down like a recording artist. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not laughing.
Out there like her life depended on it. Like this.
Maybe it did. Maybe it did. You don't know what Christian has in the background. Like you said, you have a kill switch right there. You don't know if there's like some kind of like what's that thing that swings?
I didn't know if I was watching a B movie or if I was watching the beginning of a B
Tubi
original.
I mean, I'm telling you. Stifler's mom and Christian Cage look like they were about to get it on.
You know what I really want now in AEW right now, because I don't mean to cut you off, right? This is your show, this is your guy's show, and whatever. Because you keep saying Stifler's mom, right? I really want to see Sean Scott. I don't know what this man's last name. I know he had his middle name in there, but I hope that he comes out there and he just fights Nick Wayne to the death at this point, because the way you keep saying Stifler's mom, I can see him coming out there, hit him with the stiff DDT, which sounds very uncomfortable. Yeah. I'm going to stop right now because I just feel very uncomfortable.
Charmaine, I mean, I don't disagree with you, but you do know it is scripted, right? You do know it is scripted, right? Right.
Charmaine is going to be a great manager to her son, because when he's out there killing it and she realized things are getting a little too rough for him, she's going to get out there, because that's what Bronx women do. They get out there and they kick ass. I know this. I don't know why I know this, but I know this.
I love you guys. I really do. I love you guys.
I love me too. I looked in the mirror. I said, I love me.
I do.
And then cried.
I barely leave my house for you to make that claim.
Who are you looking at?
You.
Oh. So Charmaine said, thank you, Ron. That's me. I'm Ron.
Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah. You know what? That's enough of that. I've had enough of this. I had enough. We're getting Christian. We're getting Adam Copeland. We're getting them no DQ for the TNT title at World's End.
I was Gangrel would just interfere.
Maybe.
I'm getting everything I ever wanted.
Jeez Louise, guys.
Oh, Charmaine is a big fan of you. Apparently, you're very sexy. Good job. It's the hoodie. It's clearly the hoodie and the glasses. Good job.
I appreciate that. You are one of our best fans. We love you.
Yeah, it's just too bad you couldn't win. Maybe next year, kid.
Yes. Next year, you have my vote. Thank you.
Not mine.
Big Bill and Ricky Starks are interviewed now. Oh, geez. Big Bill made a couple of jokes, and let me tell you.
Were they funny? Did you laugh? They were. I had someone at my job one time. They sat here and said, hey, can I tell you a joke? I said, is it funny? and then they walked away. So was this humorous? Did we giggle? Did someone have a little chuckle? Did someone go?
There were dad jokes. Honestly.
We did.
No one's going to disrespect that, okay? I'm sorry I'm yelling because I share dad jokes. They're great. They're tremendous. And I had people sit here and say, when I asked, was this funny? They said, yes. Were these good? Because I don't know. I moved around a little bit.
They were good. They were good. Big Bill made a joke about Kenny Omega and having diverticulitis and that he's not really sick because his uncle has gingivitis and he's totally fine.
Oh, I'm not going to lie.
Gingivitis.
Gingivitis. Diverticulitis. Come on.
Why is he laughing? This I can't. Like, this is ridiculous. Yeah, stop it. Stop it.
I'm trying. I'm going to mute myself.
I'm about to mute you, sir. What is that laugh? What is that laugh, bro?
Yeah. All because of a dad joke. Like, this is sick. This is so sick.
What is wrong with this guy? Yo, he's so over accentuating too. Like, what are you doing, bro?
Who do you think is going to be?
I'm still alive. Oh,
but who do you think is going to be Chris Jericho's partner, though?
This is such poppycock. I can't even right now with you. I cannot even. Jericho shows up, says that it ain't over. He's going to find a partner. The challenge is still going to be out there. We don't know when. We don't know how. We don't know who. Really sucks because I believe Starks and Big Bill deserve that pay-per-view spotlight. And I hope they can figure out a place for them on that card.
I think they do because the thing with AEW pay-per-views, right? So right now, right? And I'm asking you, Dan, there's like 5 matches confirmed, correct?
Yeah.
And usually AEW, and you know this as a AEW fan, right? They usually have at least 17 matches for the pay-per-view.
12, but yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Tomatoes, 20, 22. What's the difference, right? But
it's a big difference.
But I do think that they will be featured on the card. I do think so. Who is his partner? Do you have anyone, Sawyer, before I take the floor? Because I have the sources here.
I don't know. I have no idea who he's gonna pick. I mean,
I do.
Nick,
are you guys ready?
Nick Namath.
No. If you want to win the match, say it with me, guys. Juventud Guerrera. He's gonna pick him up, and he's gonna sit here.
That's enough of Ron right now. I've had enough of Ron right now. Ron is now on the mute list.
oh my gosh, I can't. No, sir. Okay, so who do you think is going to be the part? Do you think it's going to be Nick Nemeth? Do you think that?
I mean, I think that makes the most sense. It's going to be a brand new talent that's signed. It has to be. But go on. Give me your Juventud little spiel. Come on, we all want to hear it.
Nope, you don't get no repeats from me.
Okay, good.
What's the next thing? Dan the Man.
But if it is him, do you think that they have them win?
No, I don't.
No.
I don't even think when Jericho and Omega was going to be teaming up, I didn't see them winning at all. I just didn't. I thought that maybe somehow that the Young Bucks would interfere in that match. Now, I don't know how everything would be now with Kenny out, but I don't even see them still winning the match at all.
Well, there's some actually really big news that SRS reported, and I don't know if you're aware, but AEW's chief marketing and merchandising officer, Dana Massey, is set to finish up with AEW. She's been there since the start of AEW and is the wife of Matt Jackson of the Young Bucks.
Yeah, I heard about that today. Yeah.
So
that's something.
I mean, that is really interesting. Young Bucks are one of your top, talents, and they are signed long term. And now you are letting go of one of their spouses. So this is an interesting development. I can understand why, because AEW's marketing and merchandising to me is a little on the down side of things right now. I don't feel they market very well to the casual fan. They also, their merchandise, it needs to, at this point, they need their own website, and they need to stop using pro wrestling tees. And I think that's a really important thing that needs to be looked at, stated. They need to figure out how to get their own website, or at least something that is better than pro wrestling tees, because I don't know if you ever ordered off PWTs, but it takes so long to get anything on PWTs.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
we're talking weeks on weeks on weeks. So
Yeah, no, I had no idea.
But there's that, and then there is another employee that is on the move. The AEW VP of Live Events and Touring, Raphael Morphy, is set to finish up with the company. So their Live Events and Touring VP is going to be leaving the company. Now, this could mean something. This could mean nothing. There's a lot of times that you have a lot of backstage talent that does move on, that's not necessarily on screen, that is off screen, doesn't get talked about, happens a lot within multiple companies. And I mean, it's a notable thing to talk about. Does it mean anything? Who knows? But let's be honest, they haven't been selling a lot of tickets to a lot of events lately. They've been on the decline for probably the past 5 months or so, and they need some shakeups. And I think a lot of that starts with your marketing. And you need to figure out how to get some casual fans out. You need to let people know that you're coming as well. Because if I didn't watch AEW, how would I know that they're going to be in my backyard next week? Wasn't on the radio, wasn't on TV. I didn't see any ads for it. How am I supposed to know?
Valid. I can't argue with that.
So
hopefully it changes.
I'm hoping that we're going to get a lot of changes for AEW and a lot of positive, because let's be honest, this whole tribalism is terrible. It sucks. It doesn't matter. You shouldn't be pro AEW, pro WWE, pro Impact, TNA, whatever, pro MLW. You should be pro wrestling. And that's what this is all about. I don't own any stock in any company. I'm a fan of pro wrestling, and having multiple companies in pro wrestling is a very good thing for talent. It's more jobs. What this also does beyond just jobs for people is it is competition, and the competition makes other companies better, and it's going to get talent more money. And let me tell you, WWE, I haven't been a fan of their product for the past couple years, but it's just their style that they've gone to with the PG and everything like that. But over the past few months, they've gotten better. Over the past year, they've gotten better. And without competition, what is there to get better for? You need it.
Yeah.
You need it. And we all need to stop on this tribalism of, oh, AEW is better, WWE is better. Like what you like, and be happy with what you like, and don't crap on another person for liking what they like. That's my mic drop moment for the night.
You ate
that was your PSA moment. Good job, sir.
That was great.
I concur with that. I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're going to move on here with the Blue League tournament here. We have this was actually a really great match. Brody King against Daniel Garcia. Let me tell you, Brody King beast, Daniel Garcia underrated up and coming talent. If AEW unfortunately was to lose Ricky Starks, which I hope they do not, Daniel Garcia is a fantastic talent for them to build around for the future.
No, I 100% agree with that.
Yep, absolutely. And
he's such a great underdog as well. Like, it's so easy to root for him. The first match I ever saw when I first watched AEW was with Daniel Garcia. So for me, like, I'm always gonna root for him because I don't know. I just feel like you were the first, and also same thing with Riho as well because I remember she had a match as well that day. No, yeah, but like rooting for him, it's so easy, and I was like going so hard. I'm like, I want him to get that 3. I want him to get that 3 because even though he didn't, he's not qualified, he's not going to the finals.
Right.
It's about him proving to himself that he can do it.
Yep.
So it's great storytelling. So I'm all for it, and I'm excited to where this is going to go because I think that this is leading up to more for him.
Absolutely, absolutely, fantastic talent, and I'm so excited for him. Ron, what do you got, man?
Nothing. I'm sitting down. But to answer your question, it's nice that they gave him the 3 points. I think there's the beautiful thing about the Continental Classic is there's a bunch of stories involved here, from the Blue League to Gold League, and like how you guys mentioned, he's already eliminated. Brody King has been, and I don't watch a whole lot of Collision. This was like my first time watching Collision in a few weeks. But from what I understood is he's just been dominating. A lot of people have even been saying that he's been like a revelation for a lot of people because he's in that trio, him and Alex. I say Alex Black. I'm sorry, Malachi Black. Thank you. And seeing what he can do on his own. Matter of fact, I always pop with Brody King when he does the running senton in the corner. Because he runs, it's almost like he runs at full speed and he just smashes you. And then he bounces. The nerve of this big man to bounce. But was I surprised that Daniel Garcia got the win? A small part of me was surprised. Like when he rolled up and got the win, it doesn't matter, like how you guys mentioned, he's already out. But like you guys mentioned, he was the underdog. And even the spot where they were chopping and he was starting to stand up, because the thing with Daniel Garcia, there was a period where he was the pro wrestler. Then when he joined the Jericho Appreciation Club or whatever this thing was called, Society, he was like, no, I'm a sports entertainer. But in this match, he was like, yo, you chop me? Yeah, that hurt, but I'm going to chop you back because, dog, you ain't just going to hit me like that. You just not going to do that. Dog. D-A-W-G. Where's Randy Jackson when you need him? But
that ain't it.
You not a fan of Randy Jackson? Not a fan of Randy? How do you think I feel? My last name is Jackson, and I have to sit here and
with Randy Jackson though.
Nah. Randy's cool.
No, he's not. No, you already made it say, nah, that ain't cool. No. You don't have to change it.
That's what he says. He says, what is it? It's
that ain't it, dog.
No, hold on.
He says dog a lot. People are like, hey, dog, open the door. Dog, I want a steak. Dog, the refrigerator. Dog, woof, woof.
He does.
I haven't spoken to Randy in a while, so I don't know. But I thought this was a pretty, I have connections, sorry. But I thought this was pretty decent stuff. So good job on Daniel Garcia. And also, too, you want to build some momentum for him because after this whole Continental tournament, you got to do something else. So yeah, why not right now build a little momentum and have something from the going into, I know there's another show on Wednesday, right? But have some momentum building for him to go into 2024.
Yep.
Thank you.
You know what? Go on with your bad self, sir. Go on with your bad self.
I'm crying.
Oh, jeez. Daniel Garcia picks up the big win here. The House of Black come out, end up, pretty much ganging up on Garcia. We don't know what's going to happen here. FTR comes in for the save. House of Black retreats, and FTR lays down the challenge and goes to House of Black and essentially says, if you want us with you, let's go. Let's kick our ass and let's see what's up.
Why are they there? Like this don't concern you, dog. Like I like FTR, but mind your business. Sorry.
No, they're beefing with the house.
What like steak?
Sir. Sir.
I can't.
This guy. Top guys.
Jeffrey, give me at least 10 points for that one. That was a good one. I know you're in the
points.
So
Damn,
we got Sky Blue and Julia Hart against Thunder Rosa and Abadon. Where's good Chris? This is you, man. This is
good
you.
Chris. Good Chris. I know you're in the chat, man.
Sky Black,
give me 10 points too.
Oh man.
I like my point system.
So this was a very interesting match. And it was short. It was to the point. You had Thunder Rosa win in her hometown in Texas and San Antonio. You had Abadon come out. She got, the win as well, which I am still puzzled that she has racked up some 40 wins and only 4 losses. It just boggles my mind. But this Sky Blue, Sky Black, Julia Hart, Julia Who, whatever. They got an interesting team here. And I'm curious to where it goes next. This is far from over.
I kind of love every week. I feel like Sky Blue kind of morphs more and more into a Julia twin almost. Yeah. Even her gear now is the same, the little singlet, the one singlet now. I'm I really love this because before that, I really felt I really like Sky Blue, but I felt like she was lacking a true a character or some type of it was just kind of good wrestler, beautiful, but what else, So I like this. I'm really enjoying this and just seeing where it goes. And Julia's great. She's improved so much. So I enjoy her as well. So.
Well, didn't it seem kind of like Sky Blue was just a knockoff of the Bellas?
I never got that. Really? I never got that. Maybe because I missed that beginning. You're talking about in the beginning when she first came around?
Yeah, I mean, just her attire, not necessarily her attitude and everything, but just the way that she dressed, baseball cap kind of to the side and everything. And just her gear was it paid a lot of homage, I guess. I don't want to say knockoff. Knockoff's the wrong word. Paid homage to the Bellas.
Sure.
And
I feel like her and Cora Jade were twinning for a while before Cora ditched the hat herself a few months ago. Well, before she left.
Maybe. Right. I mean, possibly. That's another promotion entirely. But no, I mean, she needed a change. She needed a direction. I love her new direction. I think one of the main things that I've discussed before on previous shows was this punk rocker thing that they all had going on. There was so much talent in pro wrestling that all had this punk rocker gimmick, and it was so stale. And it's time to move on from it. I feel like everyone's done it. Tony Storm has done it. Rhea Ripley has done it. Cora Jade has done it.
But that's the thing. But that's the thing about wrestling. A lot of things with wrestling, it's always going to be a repeat on it. But it's how can I take this gimmick, right? Like you said, punk rocker, but make it my own. And a lot of people have been able to make this thing work in their favor. And then some people you just always, I don't want to say knockout. I mean knockout. That's TNA, but knock off. But they're I don't know. I get what you're saying, and I understand totally what you're getting at, but they're trying to figure out how to make it their own. I didn't catch a lot of what Sky Blue was doing in the beginning, so I missed that aspect. So when you say that, you mentioned the Bellas and stuff, I didn't see that, but sure.
I mean, attire-wise, gear-wise, I can see what you're saying. It does look similar, yeah.
Oh, it's very, very similar.
Matter of fact, Jeffrey's saying she ditched the skateboard for something more appealing, and I think he's talking about Cora because Sky Blue didn't come out with a skateboard, correct?
Yeah. It used to be a mini coffin.
They all had snapbacks. I see. He sees what you're saying. Talking about one Jeffrey.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely.
And he put his name in. He put your name in caps, so he really means it.
Oh, he knows.
He said they all had snapbacks. I see what that means.
Jeff O'Ree. Jeff is our guy. He's our guy. He knows what's up.
He has the same name spelling from the Toys R Us giraffe. But
you're damn right. You're damn right.
I hated that giraffe.
Sir, that
I got fired from Toys R Us, so I have beef with Toys R Us. So don't tell me anything, but carry on, please. Geez. This is your show.
Well, are you an FAO Schwartz kind of guy?
Who?
Sir, FAO Schwartz?
Give me a minute. I'm going to do some Google.
Sir, you are in New York. How? What?
Sorry. Do you know what? Do you get this?
I don't know what he's talking about. I'm being honest.
Okay, Dan, the man, you was attacking me. What about the lady with the?
I'm just as I don't know. FAO. Okay, I feel like if I see it, I'll know what it is. What is it?
FAO. It's a toy store. FAO Schwartz.
Do I look like I was in toy stores?
You're over here talking about Toys R Us, Jeffrey.
I just wish you wouldn't listen to
me.
No,
honestly, leave the giraffe alone.
I just wish you wouldn't listen to me.
I'm not gonna leave the giraffe alone.
Giraffe.
Sir.
No, I hate him. I would hit him with an RKO off the moon.
Do you know how hard it is to drink coffee hot, and then by the time it reaches the bottom, it's cold? You don't know how that is because you're not a giraffe, so be a little bit nicer to them.
I'm sorry, are you a giraffe and I didn't know about this? Because the way you broke that down, you felt attacked.
Yo, for real.
Let's keep moving because right now my blood pressure is going through the roof.
You really thought about this?
Yeah, no, the way she broke that down. Are you a giraffe and I don't know about this whole time?
Shay literally she's a shapeshifter. Some science and math right there of
I need
the coffee cup to the mouth.
I'm the worst person to have this with. Science and math, unacceptable. I'm probably just been banned from Collision myself. But let's carry on.
Oh my sweet. Oh my.
Now you got Jeffrey talking like, look at Shay. Your beef with Jeffrey is insane. I swear to God, that's such a Sawyer'ism right there in front of me. Shay, you should have left it. Yeah, you should have left it alone. But carry on. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm ruining the show, and I don't mean to ruin the show, but I'm ruining everything.
So it is now time for.
I just got cold from Santa Claus. He just emailed me. I just got cold. But go on. he made sure that Monday don't even bother. Santa Claus is a bitch. But carry on. I hate him.
Are you sure?
Oh no, I know. I can't stand
whoa! Time out.
No. It's about Collision. No, I don't want to.
What do you have wrong with Santa Claus right now? What is the problem with Santa Claus?
First off, the song starts off, "You better watch out. Don't tell me what to do."
He didn't write the song.
You don't know that.
He just produced it. Like it's different.
Sir, he did not write the song.
Produce it. Who helped produce that? Suge Knight? Like, what are you talking about?
Suge Knight was not even alive when that song came out. What do you mean?
We don't know that.
What do you mean, Pooba?
There might have been a variant.
This man.
Let's carry on. Y'all don't want to pick my brain because we'd be here all night. Y'all don't want to do it.
Get your mic muted.
I'm about to mute the fuck out of this mic.
Sir, I'm gonna mute you. You and all of your negativity and your curse words. This is a PG show. I have had enough. Sir.
AEW's PG? Please. Carry on.
Here we go. Tribalism at its finest over here, ladies and gentlemen. Here he goes. Oh my goodness. Don't tell me what to do. You coming in here looking like the chipmunk version of Swerve Strickland. I don't even want to hear this right now. Sir. And Shay done muted herself. No, you don't mute yourself. Ma'am. You laugh.
You're trying?
You yuck it up. Make sure he knows. Make sure the chipmunk man knows. I have had enough. Anyways, we're going to go to the main event now. Eddy Kingston, an Andrade El Idolo.
Idolo.
Let me tell you this match. Eddy Kingston, a lot of people love him. A lot of people like this guy. I'm not the biggest fan. I don't necessarily know that I see the appeal. I don't know. I'm just
Andrade. I just want to sit here and say real quick. So Eddy Kingston had to get this win, or he would be knocked out, right? Andrade is. I'm familiar with Andrade because of the stuff that he did with NXT. Andrade is great. He's a great talent. I think when WWE dropped the ball with him and he wanted to leave, I mean it's a shame on WWE. But he's been, and it's cool that now we have like Collision, right? Because he's not featured on Dynamite as much, or not at all. So it's nice that we get a chance to see him and his talent and all that stuff. I don't want to sit here and say, oh, I've been big on Eddie and all that stuff. That's not my we have someone in the chat. I just feel like we should highlight this. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to stop my thought here, but we got Young. I'm not going to pronounce the name, but we're going to say Jay Young. What is the stream? We are talking about AEW Dynamite. I'm lying. It's Collision. I'm sorry, AEW have a lot of shows, but we're talking Collision. We're talking wrestling. So thank you for stopping by. If you have any thoughts, please just put your thoughts in if you have anything. But I'm not surprised Eddie got the win here.
Let this chipmunk man, sir, know exactly how you feel.
Also, when that commercial happened and you guys sound like chipmunks or like 2 feet tall, that's going to be on you because that won't be
2 feet tall
or 2 inches tall. Either way,
2 inches tall.
Yes, that's yeah. You've seen those terrible commercials. It's awful. Man. I don't know who does it. They must like eat like whatever. They might drink.
They eat what? What do they eat? What do they eat?
I'm trying to keep it together here, man. Like, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get you to keep it together here, sir.
You can't. I promise you can't. I had someone the other day said, "What's your problem?" I said, "Do you have time?" And they said, "No." So I'm just going to keep moving on and be the professional I am. But I sit here and think this match was what
my behind. Moving.
I've seen your behind. It's not impressive, but I will keep going on.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but I have a white man's ass.
I do know that. I saw it. I said, not bad. I said, not bad. Not bad.
Yes, all right.
But I will credit. I almost said I will credit Dance.
What is going on right now? Like, seriously, should I step out? Like,
please don't leave. We need an adult here.
Like, this is like
the match.
Congratulated his ass. What's going on
here? Listen, we did karaoke, and I saw it, and I said, not bad.
We brought it down. We brought it down, sir.
What do you mean karaoke? You saw his like how did the two correlate? How did you see your ass?
We did.
I had the mic. I said, everybody.
Yeah.
Rock your body. Yeah. Okay, let's keep it together here. Because people are getting ready to sit here and go like, oh my God. But this match did what it had to do. After the match, you have Bryan Danielson. They taped his eye back. I'm sorry. Just Bryan Danielson, they're keeping him together. Like, I just wish he had came out in a bubble. That just because Bryan Danielson, I mean, shout out to him because he loves this thing so much that even when he's hurt, he's out there and he's kicking all kinds of ass. I mean, I really sincerely mean that because I will have a paper cut and I'll call out of work, but this guy will have his eye hanging out and he says, "Yeah, I'll wrestle Okada," just because he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it."
Who was the guy? It was somebody on commentary who said that he's being held together by like. With glue.
I think it was Nathaniel. Oh my God. McGinnis.
I was cracking up. I'm sorry.
Nigel. Okay.
Yeah, Nigel. I couldn't think. I just knew it began with an N. I just couldn't figure it out. I almost said Nick. I don't even know why.
Either which way.
Left or right.
But let's get into this main event. Main event because I don't understand how Andrade does not beat Eddy Kingston. I mean, you don't want Eddy Kingston just to lose his title.
But that's why.
But it's Andrade.
I get that. But you know why they did what they did. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but you know exactly why they did that. But I hear you. I hear you saying Andrade. Let's push him, right? Let's go with him. I understand that.
Yes.
I totally get you. I feel you. I hear you. But that's just not the story they were going for. They were going for Eddy Kingston. They were having it where he's down. I don't know how many matches he lost, but they made it clear that if he don't win this, he's out. And they want to make it where he's not winning this at all. I just don't see him winning. I don't even know why they included him having the. So what? 3 belts on the line, right? I'm sorry. This is Continental Classic, and I said a few times, cheap plug here, but me and Soy, we do the Cheap Pop, the Big Pop 3 podcast, and there's a few times where I've said I don't understand this tournament, and right, I've said a few times I don't get this, so I don't understand why he even put this title on the line. I think if he didn't put this title on the line, you could have had Andrade go over. But because he had that in there, now they got to make it look like, oh, he has a chance. And even then, I don't understand. So when he loses, does that mean the person is the ROH champ? I just don't get any of this personally. But please, I think you would be able to break it down for me. Talking about you, Dan.
I feel me. I don't have a good I've only my first getting into a tournament like that was the 5-star Grand Prix with Stardom. So that kind of helped me understand how they went about things with this tournament as well. So I'm not too far off. I don't know what's going on with how they are distributing the titles. That's the confusing part for me. But other than that, I get the point system and stuff like that.
So it is the Ring of Honor World Title. It is the New Japan. Is it the Strong title?
Sure.
And there's
a new title. Yeah.
So this is where things are getting very convoluted because you have it's an international champion and you also have a TNT champion, correct?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you have the international title, the TNT.
Right. I'm sorry.
The AEW World title, and now you're going to have a Continental title,
right?
I
just don't think that we don't even need. I personally just don't even think they need that title.
I don't understand. I mean,
because
they got to be given this. I mean, are they giving it to Swerve? Because Keith Lee made it seem like I'm coming for you on Dynamite. So, I mean,
I feel like and Keith. I mean, Swerve was my pick, and the way this is sounding, it sounds like I'm not going to get what I want because Keith Lee is now all of a sudden he wants to get into grown. I just Keith Lee, just stay on Collision, bro. Mind your business. Just wear your cloth. Watch Lord of the Rings. Don't leave Swerve alone, bro. Swerve made an example out of you, and just be with your wife. Have your Christmas dinner. What are we even doing anymore? Yeah. Oh,
Crazy Joe. We love
anyone
you.
Want? Yes, we do. This is the Diesel to my Bret Hart. Yes.
So, can I just so
yeah, absolutely take the floor.
I just want to say one thing to you. So I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, I think that is the perfect get out of jail free card for them because again, a part of me feels like they're not completely done with MJF and his reign. And I think
sure.
Yeah, I just think he needs to be occupied for now because I think everyone wants him to pull the trigger, but at the same time, it's clear that they have a story. They have something that they're not willing to waver from with MJF. So instead of shooting him straight to, MJF and him losing because they are still very steady on with that, just occupy him until it's time. Because it's clear they're going to go that route eventually.
Can I ask a serious question right now?
Sure.
Whose fire alarm is dying?
It's me. It's always me. It's always me. It's a running joke. Chris is going to say something.
Yeah. Watch. When Chris makes this commercial, he's going to make sure they include the beep. He's going to definitely. But no. But you're fine. But I hear what you're saying, and that's fine. And even then with this whole tournament, I didn't look at it as he was going to go straight to MJF, right? I mean, they had that segment on Dynamite on Wednesday, and I like that. And then it makes me go, in 2024, we might get something like we might get a match with them. I honestly don't even think that MJF is leaving this year with the championship. I mean, just a cheap or early prediction. I feel like Samoa Joe is beating him personally. I just feel that way. MJF is hurt. I don't necessarily want to say like, oh, I wouldn't mind a Samoa Joe run. Matter of fact, I'll go with that. I'm not against it. You know, MJF run hasn't been for me personally. I was gonna ask. Yeah. I think you know what it is. Like we've all noticed it, Jeffrey.
I'm waiting for someone to change it soon. Okay.
She'll eventually get it.
Change it. Why don't you get up there and change it?
I mean, truth of the matter,
I will really mess it up somehow.
I've done plenty of shows with her, and I've sat here and said we're a trio. It's me, her, and the fire alarm.
This is sickening.
we're the Shield, but like 2014, and that means that the alarm is going to turn on to both of us.
Oh,
that's the real heel right there. But there she goes. She sat there and said,
"You know what? I'm muting."
See what you did, Dan? Good job, Dan.
Listen,
good job, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, a -5 points for you.
It is now every minute with her. It is now every minute.
No, you're being generous. It's literally every 10 seconds. and he look, he said sorry, Shay. He's not sorry. He said it. He called you out. There we go. Look at these two. The tag team right there. Merry Christmas. Oh, we got Roderick. He says Merry Christmas to everybody. He says Shay. He says Shay and Jack, but I know you mean all of us. You mean Dan the man, Shin Soya, and the great Grand Slam Pooba. But man. Yeah, I think just finish my thought here because I know we're getting ready to end the show. I see Samoa Joe winning that championship. I know we're gonna have predictions. I feel like this week for World's End. So that's my prediction, Samoa Joe.
We are. She's having a feud with Mute and Fire Alarm. Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
It's literally a handicap match every time.
This is amazing. This is amazing. Shay, I need you on every week just for the Fire Alarm. Just simply for the Fire Alarm.
Every week is crazy, but we'll see what we can do.
Oh, there it is again, coming in the clutch. I love it. Oh.
But was there any did she there she is. I don't know. I thought she just turned invisible. But that was fantastic. But was there anything else on this Collision show? I mean, shout out to you guys. You guys are going to be running this Saturday show. I know it's going to be you, sometimes Shay Sawyer, sometimes Vinny, sometimes the Sheriff. So you guys y'all killing it. So good job.
Yes. Follow Shay Sawyer on Twitch, BadGuy Jack on Twitch.
No, you don't want to follow me there. I just get my ass kicked in Spider-Man 2. I hate that game.
It's okay. Shay gets her ass kicked in Magic the Gathering. No big deal.
No, that's true. No, I've seen it. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that out loud.
Or leather pants Collision.
This is probably my last Collision show. I know I've been banned.
Goldberg. No. Yes. Fantastic wrestler. Fantastic.
Lies.
One of the best of all time.
I'm gonna start sending you morning texts and just saying like,
"Hey, screw you."
That is sick.
This man said I look like Doug Funny.
Oh,
not
kudos,
that.
Sir.
That is crazy.
Kudos,
sir. No, he's a good guy. He's very tall. He's my Andre the Giant. We have so much. We was having so much fun until that name. Yeah, Roderick. He eats a piece of bubble gum and then he reads a joke and he thinks it's funny. So let's move on. I think that was actually the show, right? Like
that was Collision. That was Collision.
Yeah, no, you guys did a fantastic job. I had fun being here, and
yes,
I mean, continue to follow us here on Unpopular Review. We've hit 1K, and that's a shout out to you guys in the chat for making that thing, making it possible. So much content here. We have on Mondays the Mike Knox Show, the award-winning Mike Knox Show. We have NXT on Tuesday, me and the Wrestling Dog. Dan the Man, you're on Wednesdays with One Evil Dose and Venny.
And Vincent, can I be frank, La Spada?
He has fantastic hair. He does. Yeah, no, I've seen it. I've been so fascinated with his hair. I just want to braid it. Like if I knew how to braid, I would braid it. I think there's a Thursday show you're going to do predictions or something like that, and on the weekends there's this Monday, the Monday Night Raw and SmackDown review show. So there's so much content here. I don't know if there's going to be a
and there's a collision. There's a collision on Saturdays.
I don't think you're going to do it next Saturday because
we are not, because there is no collision, but there will be a World's End potential watch along. So be ready. Be ready.
Yeah, so much content here, and just follow us. It's stuff on the UPRE Entertainment, the entertainment side of things. So check them out. There's a link going to that, and yeah, I mean, good job, everyone. Thank you guys for joining us. And I mean, any parting words, folks?
Watch. Keep supporting pro wrestling. Keep supporting all of it. AEW, WWE, TNA, MLW. Support it all. Watch it, love it. Don't hate on it. If you don't like it, keep it to yourself. Don't shit on other people for what they like. Exactly. That's what I got to say.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. I felt pretty attacked. But
good. And my last thing is, don't listen to that. Don't forget to check out the newest episode of the Big Pop Theory podcast that came out this Monday. If you didn't listen to it, and there'll be a new one on Monday because we don't take breaks. Okay, I'm kidding. We do.
They don't take breaks.
We actually do. Like sometimes we're just very tired. Like, but no, we got some things in chat. Let's just run through those real quick before we. It's Roddy. It was no one important. I'm sorry. I thought it was important.
Nothing important.
Like I said, oh no, he said Merry Christmas. Oh, I'm sorry, Roderick. I was just being so rude. Thank you. He said Merry Christmas. So we say Merry Christmas. We hope you guys enjoy your holidays. Be with your families, however you celebrate it. Just be kind to each other, and don't
be kind
eat
to
peas.
each other. Love one another.
No, Dan. No, listen. You had a lot of Ted moments. Let me have my moment. Give me a moment. Pineapple on pizza sucks. Bye, folks.